In this video, we're going to be looking at how to set up a specific system role for users who will be using the SmartOnboard module. On the settings page under permissions, I'm going to click System Roles. There are 3 permissions that allow full access to SmartOnboard, and they include accessing the new hire list, creating content, and accessing sensitive data. The default admin role already has access to those 3 permissions, and the extended role has access to the new hire list and content creation, but cannot access sensitive data or change SmartOnboard settings. The default standard and basic roles have no access to SmartOnboard. Since the default roles that give access to SmartOnboard also provide access to the entire system, I am going to create a custom delegated admin role for my SmartOnboard users. Under Custom Roles, I'm going to click the Add a Custom Role button, and I'm going to name this role Onboarding Specialist. For now, I'm going to restrict this role's access to analytics and the ability to create jobs. And I will allow view-only permission for jobs and no access within an access group. Remember that although this is how I am limiting my onboarding role, you can give your onboarding role whatever permissions work for your organization. Now I'm going to save this role, and once it's saved, I'm going to hover over the role and click Company Settings. This is where I'm going to assign the SmartOnboard permissions. At the bottom of this page, we have the 3 permissions I want to grant to my onboarding specialist role. If I want more information about what these permissions control in SmartOnboard, I can hover over the information icon. I'm going to toggle on all of these permissions. And when I go back to my list of custom roles, the onboarding role will now have limited access in the configuration column. Now I want to show you how SmartOnboard will look to a user who has full permission to view sensitive data versus a user that does not have that permission. Right now, I'm logged in as an admin, and if I click on Jamie's profile, I have the ability to download sensitive data, so I am able to download his W-4 form. Now I'm logged in as a user who has limited access to SmartOnboard. While I do have access to some onboarding features, I can see that I no longer have the settings option on the left-hand navigation. I can still create content and view the new hire list, but when I click on Jamie's profile, I don't have the permissions to download his W-4 since I can't access sensitive data. Also, if I want to download a completed form, it will only allow me to download forms that don't have sensitive data. Currently, the only form Jamie has completed is sensitive, so that's why it is grayed out. So that is going to be the difference between a user who can see sensitive data in SmartOnboard and a user who can't. Thanks for watching this video on creating an onboarding user role in SmartRecruiters.